did that mean? He goes, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what that means. So.
All right, we're joined by the man himself, Spoon. What's going on, man? We were just talking about your tackle the other day when you lifted old boy over your shoulder and body slammed him. Dave called it a souffle. A suplex, and then what did Pete call it? A dune buggy.
Dune buggy. What'd you call it?
Oh, he just went for a ride. That's all I say.
I saw once you did it, I was hyped, right? Everyone's hyped, but then you realize like, dang, I can't do that. He was like, my bad.
Yeah, it was on me. Like once after I got up and screen or whatever, I'm like, that was just a dumb mistake. You know what I'm saying? But it was just in the moment. We just playing football that time.
Yeah. There's no such thing as unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
There's necessary roughness.
You could say that, but then somebody else dictates a whole other thing. So.
Now, we were just talking about your swagger on the field, man. I love it. I like all the, you get up and wag the finger at the other sidelines. I mean, were you like that in the very beginning? Has this been pretty much that's just been you?
Yeah, that's always been me. I just like to express my emotions out there on the field, man, and I just like to have fun. Yeah. At the end of the day, we just compete against other great players. So if another person makes a play, I expect them to do the same thing to me and let them know, like, you can't guard me, stuff like that. Like, that to me, that's fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just talk a little trash, but at the end of the day, we just trying to have fun, be competitive.
So you guys are, 11 games in now? In college, you be wrapping it up. Be like, all right, maybe bowl game coming up, and now you still got, like, another quarter of football to be played, man. Yeah. What is that like mentally? Because I found when I was coming up, like, my body just knew when it was almost over. Like, all right, man, just make it through. You're almost done. It's a little different this year, man. What's that like?
It's tough, though, especially being a rookie, because, like, the year has been just nonstop coming out of college. So it's just been a long year for me, man. But I kind of feel myself hitting that rookie wall that they was talking about. But me, I just to keep my head in the game. I just try to stay focused, and I just look forward to the next week and competing against all these great guys that we finna compete against, these other teams. And for that, it just keeps me motivated. So.
Whenever people talk about your stats, Dev, I talk about there's a sack that didn't count because, got taken off the board. And then
Arizona game, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had a pick as well.
Arizona.
And, yeah, both of those plays. But you ran that one out of the end zone, and so I'm thinking, no, just take a knee. Mm. But you actually got out to, like, the 15-yard line, and I think Pete said, hey, just let him do his thing. Is that kind of what they're saying to you now?
Yeah, they just let me be me, and I that's why I love it here. They don't ever tell me to act another way. They just continue to be yourself and just do yourself. Continue to be the best you, but in a controlled, fashion within the game. So that's dope.
But you understand to not hurt the team. Like after the dune buggy thing we talked about, you were kind of like, yeah, that was my bad. Although I was perfectly fine with it. I think it's necessary. But it seems like you kind of you understand. Like they're letting you go that way because they know that you're not going to hurt the team, basically.
Yes, sir.
That's what it looks like to me anyway.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. So we always talk about the culture in this building. And I feel like now more than ever, you guys got to lean on that culture, right? You got 2 losses, games you felt like you could have competed in. Has it been consistent? After 2 tough games, you still come in, the vibe's still the same, the focus is still the same. What's that like?
It's tough, especially when when you just lose those games to those teams, they're division teams. So it's just like, dang, that just hurts even more because we got to see them every year. So when they beat us, it kind of hurt a little more than like just any other loss would. But yeah, man, we just try to keep our head focused, man. Just look forward to the next week. But yeah, we just try to come in and compete.
What are there challenges for you as far as, you're a young guy, so maybe it's mentally having these, short weeks and stuff like that, but physically, are you feeling okay? What are you doing that's extra to take care of your body?
Everything, massages, cold tub, treatment, rehab, everything, just to try to stay on top of being healthy. Like I said, it's a long season, so you got to be on top of your game, not just football, but taking care of your body as well, because without your body, you ain't going to be able to play this game. So.
Is that way different from you in college? Is that a big change? Did they emphasize that much when you were in college?
Yeah, my coach emphasized it a lot, especially my last 2 years. You just stand on top of your body, make sure you're feeling okay, doing well. It's going to be a long season, man. So our coach always instilled that in us. So, yeah, I just kind of took that and ran with it.
Pete always says every game is a championship game, but last week was a primetime game, and was the first primetime game in the league, or have you guys had one already?
I think, was the Giants game primetime? I think Giants game was primetime game.
Yeah, but first primetime game at home, I want to say.
Yeah, at home, definitely.
Yeah, what was that like?
That was dope. It was a night game. The way they had the lights shut off and then all the flashlights and stuff was going off in the stadium. It was just a pretty dope experience, man. And then we was playing San Fran, so it was just like, you don't get no better than this. But that was dope. That was dope, definitely dope.
Hey, speaking of that, so Monday, on the Monday night game against the Giants, I did kind of a little breakdown where it looked like, so you're coming off the edge, you kind of playing a little cat and mouse thing with the quarterback's eyes, because he's looking at Daniel Jones. He was looking at you, and you back off, and then when he looks away, all of a sudden you hit that thing. Is that something that you've worked on? Is it different than what you've done in college?
I mean, it's something that I work on because like it's different with different quarterbacks. Different quarterbacks able to hold their play call just to see what you're gonna do. They like hard count just to get you to show any type of, so they can get a man's own ID, what's gonna happen out there. So with different quarterbacks, you got to change up how you're gonna approach your blitz and stuff like that. So I just like to study how the quarterback snaps the ball in hurry up situations, or just like P&10, just a regular play. So you can switch it up and give them a different look, so you don't never want to give them the same look on tape. And I remember hearing that from the Bengals game. They were saying, like, every time I press, they would think, okay, he's coming, because he don't never blitz from off. So I'm like, okay, that's a good thing that I need to know from self-scout. So I'm like, okay, I got to hit it from different angles. Maybe I need to show blitz and act like I'm not coming, then go. Or maybe I just need to play off and then go, or press, and, like, just give a quarterback some different looks. So that's definitely something I work on.
That's something guys figure out in, like, their 8th or 9th year. I mean, this guy's a rookie, man.
Head of the game.
It's unbelievable.
Man, film is amazing, man. When I was in high school, we didn't have no film. We didn't film practice. When I got to college, we started watching film. And then in the league, obviously, you got film for days. What's your film study like, man? Like, what's your approach to film? And then when did you learn how to really watch film? Because I didn't learn how to watch film for real until maybe like my sophomore, junior year in college, when someone set me down and said, okay, these are the things you're looking at.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I can say my freshman year of college, like, my coach, he helped us watch film. So I'm saying he had to break down everything that they was going to do, and then he had just walk us through it. But when I started watching film on my own, it was kind of like my junior year going into my senior year, especially my senior year, though. My coach taught me how to watch film. He had the breaks down, and then, like, formations, and then in this formation, you're going to get this route concept this many times, or you're going to get this concept this many times in this formation. So it's like when I watch film, that's what I look for. I look for, like, formations, and then, like, who they line in that formation. Like, where do they receivers? They go-to receivers align in that formation, and I just like to see what they like to do, what concepts they like to run with them. And to me, that when you get that down, like, you just play so much faster on the field.
Man, how great is that when you get the down and distance, you're like, this is what they like to do, and then they come out and exactly that, and then they run that play, man. Yeah. You already play fast. I would assume that you hit another level when you see that.
Yeah, especially when you seen something you seen on tape multiple times, and then they come out in that formation, and they're gonna, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna run it. I'm jumping that play every time. Like, I believe what I see on tape.
Yep.
And that's why many people think I just be guessing, but it's like, it's not a guess when you watch film.
Yep. Prepare for this, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Devin, man, we appreciate your time. Safe travels to Dallas, man, and keep doing your thing, man. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man.